Hey yo, what's up everybody? It's Ryan Miller, creator of GST, checking in with another episode of GST's YQMA. We're racking them up, we're stacking them up, we're on episode number 15, and today we talk about deloading. I gotta give a big thanks to James Bauer for submitting his question on deloading. James wants me to talk about the frequency of the deload and the method for the deload. Now if you don't know, deloading is an important training concept. It's a concept that's not focused on stressing the body. It's a concept that's focused on de-stressing the body. Now we all know that from time to time we get burnt out mentally, whether that's from training, from work, from just too much going on, too much distraction today. We get mentally burnt out from that overstressed feeling. Now the body is no different. You can't sit there and pummel the body day after day, week after week, month after month in the gym and expect everything to be fine. That's not how it works. The body needs extra recovery time every so often, and that extra recovery time is what's called the deload. The deload is a relaxed period of training time that allows the body to recover and rebuild. It allows your tendons, your ligaments, your muscles, your joints, and your nervous system to recover and regroup. Now, if you don't incorporate deloads in your training, you're making a big mistake. Whether you incorporate them through a programmed deload or an instinctual deload, the point is that you need to do it. Okay, James, let's talk actual deload methods. Now, I have a method that I've come up with. I actually like it a lot. I believe in it, and I think it's superior to the other two most common deload methods. I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to relate it to those other methods and just talk about why I view it as better. Now, my deloading method requires you to take your normal working weights and split them in half, divide them by 2, times them by 50%. I know that those weights are going to seem very small, but deloading is a de-stressor. We're not supposed to be adding stress to the body. We don't need the body to be recovering from our deload. We need the body to be recovering through our deload. Keep that in mind. So when you're in the gym lifting and you're putting up your normal weights divided by 2, things are going to seem very light, and it's going to look like you're a beginner in the gym to outsiders. But just remember, outsiders, nobody really cares what you're doing in the gym. Who cares what the outsiders think anyways? You have to know in your head that you're deloading for a reason, and all it's going to do is it's going to help you progress big picture. So just make sure that you can overcome that urge to add more weight to the bar when you're training, because 50% of your normal weights is light. It is going to look like you don't know what you're doing maybe, or that you're not very strong. But like I said, who cares? Just go through the deload and then get back into your normal routine. Nobody's going to notice. So you cut your weights in half, and then what you do is you double your normal rep count. So let's say you normally work with 10 reps and you're focused on size. You double that normal rep count to 20. Now what that does is it's going to maintain total volume, because what we're doing is we're also going to keep the number of sets that you normally complete. We're going to keep those the same. So we have the same number of sets, half the normal weight, but double the normal reps. So as you can see by doing a little bit of math, you'll find out that you have the same total volume, being that volume equals weight times reps. This is important because volume makes a difference when it comes to growth. If you are not increasing your total volume in the gym, growth is going to be diminished. You're going to maintain or even lose muscle mass. So my deload method maintains the total volume, which is important. In the process, it doubles the reps. So what you can see is you have an actual fun week where you get to really get pumped up because you're doing so many reps. In this case, you're doing 60 reps per exercise. Those reps are important because there's a lot of chances for you to really improve and build up on that mind-muscle connection. You have 60 chances to think about that working muscle group, and you're going to get a great pump. So there's really nothing negative about this method as you move through it. It's all positive, and right now I just want to compare it to the other common methods that are out there. The first method is to simply cut your weight in half, but not modify your rep counts at all, keeping the number of sets the same. This is great. I mean, it does allow for more recovery, but it's inferior to my method because it does not take into account the maintenance of total volume. Now, the other method that's commonly used is to take complete time away from the gym, 1 to 2 weeks off from the gym. Again, this method is great. It does allow for a lot of recovery just because you're absolutely stressing the body zero. And this really allows for full deload recovery. But a lot of us have a problem taking 1 to 2 weeks off from the gym. That's a long time, and for me, mentally I like to go to the gym. I love it physically, but I love it mentally, and I want to stay in the gym. So with my method, I'm able to do that. With this full off method, you're not able to do that. And I also think that for beginners or amateurs, some people really have to try hard to go to the gym, and once they get into that routine and that habit, I don't really like to have them break that. A 1 to 2 week break starts to reinforce a new habit of not going to the gym. So I like to stay away from that. For those two reasons, I feel that my method is superior to the full off method. Your next question has to do with the frequency of the deload. And this is also important because deloading is not something that you do every couple of weeks. That's excessive. But it's also not something you do every couple of years. That's also excessively wrong. In general, every 8 to 12 weeks is going to suit most people very well. What that equates to is every 2 to 3 months, or in GST's terms, every 2 to 3 macro cycles. So what you can do is, just program your deload somewhere in that 8 to 12 week range and just leave it at that. I mean, you don't have to worry about anything from that point on. Program it in, actually do it when that time comes, every 2 to 3 months, and move on. That's all you have to do. Okay, now, the important point is to realize that you can have a programmed deload or you can have an instinctual deload. For most people, the programmed deload works best. And that's just because most people aren't ready to make that personal call on when they really need it and when they don't need it. So if you just safeguard yourself with a programmed deload, you can not worry about making the right choice just because it's happening. Now, if you're a highly experienced gym trainee and you want to go with the instinctual method, you really need to know yourself, and you also really need to know when to check your ego and just shut it down and actually enter that deload period. This is actually a very important topic, and it's important because a lot of people, a lot of guys or girls that have been training for a long time, they actually will not enter a deload period just because they think that they need to tough it out. It's admitting a weakness, essentially. It's admitting that you've trained yourself hard enough that you need a break, and a lot of people don't like to do that. So even for the advanced or highly experienced trainee, a programmed deload is likely going to be the best option. All right, James, I think I've thoroughly covered your question on deloading, how to deload, and when to deload. If I missed anything, feel free to let me know, and I'll do my best to get back to you through email or Facebook Messenger, and I can cover what I missed. All right, James and everybody watching, it's Friday night. I hope you go out and have some fun tonight. Enjoy your Saturday and Sunday. I will check back tomorrow with a Saturday edition of YQMA. I'll take my normal Sunday break, and then I'll be back to smash out some more answers this coming Monday. Everybody, thank you for watching. Don't be afraid to subscribe to this channel. That way you're going to be notified every time that I post a video, and you can build your knowledge base through these YQMA videos.